Ladies and gentlemen, our sixth contestant, Stephen King. What do you want to most impact your 2012? What do you want to most impact your 2012? Stephen King.
Madam Contest Master, fellow Toastmasters, and most welcome guests, I have one question to pose to you this evening. What do you want to have the most impact upon your 2012? As I see it, there are any number of things which could potentially impact your 2012. Maybe tonight you sit here and you are enamored by all things relating to the body politic. You know the type. They DVR all the debates, they run home to see the primaries, they search the papers every day to see who is besting whom for the presidential election of 2012. And in the final analysis, you're going to either vote for presumably Mitt Romney or Barack Obama. Maybe when you hear the word politics, you're assured that politicians are really nothing more than puppets that are controlled from the back end by the global elite. Or maybe even the word politics invokes in you a sense of deja vu. You get that strange feeling you've heard all this bull before. If politics aren't your thing, maybe your 2012 will be most impacted by the end of the Mayan long count calendar. Yes, it's true, the Mayans and 30 other cultures have predicted that something cataclysmic is going to happen December 21st of this year. And we don't know if that's going to be global annihilation or nothing more than a pole shift. But it's interesting that all of these cultures have come to that conclusion. If you ask the average Joe if he knows anything about the Mayans, he'll look at you rather blankly. But I happen to know that the Mayans also believed that planet Earth was sitting on top of an alligator in a large pond of lilies. And I'm pretty sure they got that one wrong. Politics and esoteric teachings of foregone cultures aside, maybe your 2012 will be most impacted by some conspiracy theory that you've read. Maybe you read Jesse Ventura's book, Conspiracy Theories, who, while he should have been doing his gubernatorial duty for the state of Minnesota, was instead hand-picking these great conspiracy theories. So as it goes, the Illuminati is waiting in the background to release some type of weaponized bubonic plague that is going to kill most of Earth's inhabitants so that we have 500 million people on planet Earth, so some 6 stones that were erected just north of Elberton, Georgia, that say in Swahili that America's population should be, or the world's population should be 500 million, while black helicopters hover silently overhead, and the men in black say, yes, we've been covering up aliens since Roswell. Now, I can't speak with great intelligence to politics, nor do I know much more about the Mayan culture, and I must lament that I did read Jesse Ventura's book. Tonight, I am going to assure you that there are 3 words that I'm going to give you that will have a dramatic impact on your 2012. 3 words: body, mind, and soul. And if you will embrace these three words in increasing measure, you're going to have a great 2012. Let's start with body. After all of our scientific discovery, after all of our medical breakthroughs, we've come to this amazing conclusion that the body was crafted to move. It's something our forebears understood as they slew their food or they ran from predators, that a body in motion stayed alive. In fact, the American Heart Association says that if you are pleased with your current level of physicality, you need 5 episodes of 30 minutes of exercise a week just to maintain yourself. But if you're like me, and you could stand to lose a few pounds, that changes to 5 episodes of 60 minutes a week. Either way, it's got to be a lifestyle modification. So if you want to have a great impact on 2012, I suggest you learn to move your body. Your children and your grandchildren will be happy because there's a better chance you'll be around to share life with them. Number 2, mind. It has been suggested that the mind is a terrible thing to waste, and I couldn't agree more. Because while I don't know many of you personally, I know that as Toastmasters we share 2 values very strongly. We want to be better communicators, and we want to be more effective leaders. So someone much smarter than me once opined that leaders are readers, and readers are leaders. So if you want to have a super dramatic impact on your 2012, you're going to read. But here is the caveat. Read something outside of your current areas of interest. Don't read just your friend's Facebook posts or blogs with which you agree. Read something that you have not yet read about. It will accomplish wonders for you. It will show you that there is a much greater perspective than just your perspective. And the worst possible thing is that you'll become entrenched in your own beliefs. Number 3, soul. Now, I could descend into a discussion about religiosity at this point, but I won't do so, because I realize that there are few things as polarizing as a public discourse about religion. And while I am unashamed to admit I have very strong Christian values, I can say with great confidence, as I survey the essence of the world's religions, I see one thing in common. Life was not intended to be lived in isolation. Rather, life is intended to be embraced in community. So if you want to have a great 2012, I'm suggesting you live your life in community with those around you. For some of you, it might be through a religious organization. For others of you, it might be through a civic organization. But for all of you, it can be through Toastmasters. There's somebody in your club that you've never talked to very much, that eccentric person, that slightly weird person that comes every week. And how do I know Toastmasters attracts weirdos? I'm the weirdo from my club. So in conclusion, I have no idea who is going to be the next president of the United States. And December 21st might or might not come, but I'm going to celebrate Christmas on the 20th just to be on the safe side. And if Jesse Ventura writes anything else, I'm not going to read it. But I promise you that if you will move your body and you will read to feed your mind and you will work on developing your soul and community, you will have a great 2012 and beyond. Madam Contest.